Hello and welcome to another episode of Top Deck, the series where we take a look at some of the leading TCG deck lists. So this time we have Connor's list, which took first place at the LLDS in Cardiff, and he was playing a pure striker list, including the Phantom Skyblasters here. So as per usual, we'll run through the list, go over the siding strategy that he applied to this event, and then we'll get some information from him on the event and the list. So triple Ash Blossom, double Phantom Skyblaster, triple Ray, triple Call by the Grave, triple Goods, and the one Fusion to go with it, one Rota obviously, double Area Zero, double Afterburners, and one Waves, triple Hornet Drones, triple Widow Anchors, very typical of the PLS, double multi-roll, one Hercules base for the recycling, triple Engage, triple Terraforming. This is maybe a little bit more out there because obviously he's only got the two field spells, but you can always pop this with multi-roll anyway, or the field spell, so it's not a huge deal. And then one Goblin and triple Torrential. This is a little bit more unusual. I think typically this is something like a Mind Crush or some other, maybe a Hand Trap or something. As for the extra deck, we got Omega, Borosword just released, for the Nightmares, Cerberus, Phoenix, and a Unicorn, one Link Spider, a double Hayate or Hayate, triple Kagari, triple Shizuku, and one Trisbana. For the side deck, triple Gamma Seal, triple Gamma and one Driver, triple Shared Ride, then one Shark Cannon, so I guess this will be for particular matchups, it's quite good in the mirror, triple Dusters, and one Typhoon, so opting not to play red reboots or say evenly matched or anything like that, just going for these Storm Dusters instead, instant +1 there. So for the siding strategy that he used for this event, so for going against Zephyr, he was making no changes going first, going second, putting in triple Kaiju, taking out the triple Torrential. He played against Magical Musketeers, going first, no changes, going second, putting in triple Kaiju, taking out triple Torrential Tribute. Then in round 3, he went up against Goki. So here he went 1-1. When going first, he made no changes. When going second, he was putting in triple Kaiju, the Psyframes, so the 4 Psyframes there, because obviously there's the Driver as well. So he has to take out 7 cards this time, so taking out the Torrential Tributes, Terraforming after Art Goods, and Afterburners, just 1 Goods there, not 3 of them. And finally, so he played against Goki again in round 4 and went 2-0 this time, and then in round 5, finally he went up against True Draco. No changes for going first, and for going second, putting in the Spell and Trap removal from Dusters and MST, and taking out the triple Torrential Tribute and the Terraforming. You can afford to cut down on the consistency a tiny bit there, just because you're fitting in these cards which should potentially win you the match. So that's it for the rounds and the siding strategy. Let's bring on Connor to have a chat about the deck. Hi Connor, how are you doing?
Good.
Great, well congratulations on getting first place at the LLDS in Cardiff with pure strikers. How did you find it all?
The list is probably the best deck for the event, considering there's a lot of Goki.
Yeah.
It has the best Goki matchup out of any deck in the format currently.
Okay. And why would you say that is? Is it because you get to play the hand traps, or is it something else?
You get to play Anchors. Anchors is like one of the strongest cards ever printed in my eyes. Like it's a snatch steal on an effect veiler.
Yeah, okay.
So dumb.
Yeah, sure. Alright, so that explains why you went with strikers then. So do you feel that you were really prepared for this event? You know, had you been testing against everything that you faced beforehand?
I was playing strikers since it got announced in the OCG.
Oh, okay, yeah. So
I've been
well aware of everything then.
Yeah, so I've been playing the deck for a while. And it's what I intend to play like the next formats to come.
Okay, great. Well, in that case then, we may as well just get into the list itself. So first thing I wanted to bring up was you went with 2 copies of Skyblaster rather than 3. What's the reasoning behind that?
So even though it's a win con, it clogs in your hand and it sucks to see in your hand all the time.
Yeah.
Sometimes you can't push for the OTK.
Okay.
So sometimes they're for just removal. So
Yeah,
it's kind of a case that you sometimes don't want to see and you sometimes do.
Yeah.
So.
And would you say it's definitely the case then that you'd rather see the Ray because it gives you the Link monster access?
Yeah, you rather just stick to the game plan and just go consistency and like grind them out, rather than like sometimes win. Like.
Okay. Yeah, sure. I think like I don't have many comments on the main deck actually because most of it is like really solid. It's just sort of built similar to a lot of the things we've seen before, but it certainly gives you an edge in certain scenarios. Like you've got the double afterburners. We've seen a lot of people drop this to 1, which is a bit unfortunate because you just tend to run out.
Double afterburner helps in Draco.
Yeah. Okay.
It outs flipped for gates in the main deck. So I won my last game. Game 1 he flips rivalry, Ignis, some other stuff in hand, and then a diagram. And I was just able to out the board because I just popped his Ignis, and then popped my own Kagari, and then to pop his diagram.
Nice.
And then he just got blown out after that, and I just like brought him back with multi-roll and just did the same again the next turn.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So he just couldn't play after that. And then game 2, I didn't see a heavy storm duster, signed them in, so I just did the same thing with the afterburners.
Oh right, okay. Yeah, I like that it has sort of this this dual utility of both of the cards actually, of afterburners and waves, that you can just use them in strange scenarios to deal with problems that maybe don't always come up.
Yeah, so Jammer Waves is also good because it outs stuff that can't be targeted. You can pop your own field spell, get a ray, and then out something.
Yeah, definitely.
And it outs the Goki board as well, because it doesn't target, it outs, gets through Goblin.
Yeah, that's really cool. Nice. Okay then, so rest of the list, mostly fairly standard, except for, of course, you've got the triple Torrential Tribute in here. So why did you go for those?
So in Goki, it's like a blowout. I won my round 4 because I went first, set the Torrential, and I sat like Torrential, Ash in hand, and nothing much else.
Yeah.
So, Ash the Invoker, he still hasn't extended to make an Izolde. He's comboing off. He's currently into Firewall, Mermaid, some other stuff, and I just TT there, and he's just like, because he's used all of his extenders, he can't actually make a board.
Yeah.
So then I just I draw it like engage for turn and just set up from there, and he just grinds out. And then against like pendulums, you just wait until their pendulum summon, you flip it on the pendulum summon, and they can't play.
Yeah.
And then just weird rogue stuff. It hits, and you can just side it out against the mirror and trickster.
Yeah. Also, like it's great that it has that sort of surprise factor, because I don't think many people will see this coming when you go into it.
Now every time I flipped it against a Goki player, they start whinging. Like they don't see it.
They're just like, who plays this? Who plays this card?
It was the free trap cards are a flex slot, so a lot of people playing Mind Crush.
Yeah,
and that's very good against Trickstar, and it's very good against the mirror, but it's like god awful against Goki.
Yeah, for sure.
Because you're gonna hit a rematch that's gonna search enough one. So that's all you're hitting then against the mirror. Whereas a TT does something, and everyone's playing Goki because of Luke Parks. So
yeah, that's true.
Like, you want the best Goki matchup you can have.
Yeah, for sure. All right then. So I guess only other questions that I have on the main. Previously, we've seen a lot of people running stuff like Desires, and more hand traps. Do you think they're just not necessary at the moment?
Desires is an awful card. So the deck's all it's not that Desires is bad. Like, Desires is obviously a good card, but in the aspect of this deck, it's a resource game. Well, everything's searchable, and you're digging through your deck. Like turn 2, I'll have like 20 cards left because I've gone through Engage 4 times. You don't want to be banishing anything, and you kind of just rather have stuff. Like if you play with you banish one Widow Anchor, for example, you're losing that game already. Like you want to see as many Widow Anchors as you can.
Yeah. All right. Okay then. We'll go on to the what have I got here? The extra deck for a start. So obviously Borosword is out now. So how was it being able to run this guy?
Borosword is so good. It is arguably the best Link monster right now. It's so good. So against my round 3 opponent, there's a really weird hand. So it makes Cerberus, Phoenix, Goblin. I run over I go. So in my hand I have like drones and sky blaster. So I do the sky blaster combo to get bowl sword, Shizuku token.
Yeah.
So I just half the Phoenix twice.
Mhm.
Run over it. I leave him on like 900, something like that. So then it comes to his turn, and like he can't push through it because I've got like a bowl sword. It's 3k. So he has to run over that, then do damage. So he only leaves me on like 3k. And then he makes like a really weird play. So he's trying to play around stuff he doesn't actually know yet. So he's trying to play around things. So you got like Bolo. Bolo did the bowl sword. It's a really weird board. And then I just go summon drones, make a high 8, attack the game. And he just picked the high 8. He read high 8, and he was like, "Oh, okay, never mind. Game 2." But yeah.
Yeah, it's great having this finally like available for the deck because you get engaged so early and you get that extra damage.
You could push for game beforehand, but you had to play like 5 cards of the extra you didn't want to play. So you had to play 2 Link Spiders, a Space Insulator, a Flame Admin, and a Decode Talker.
Yeah, it was 8,000.
That was 8,400 on an empty board. Whereas Bowl Sword is 8k on a board that is 2 or less monsters.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, that's really cool.
Like the fact you can push through stuff now, it just makes the deck like a whole lot stronger. Before you would have to open Sky Blaster drones and then Afterburners and to get rid of the board. So
yeah, definitely. Also, it's like I mean, like sometimes we have this thing of like, how does a deck out Ultimate Falcon, and Borosword is just the answer, right? Because I don't think it.
Nah, I can't out Ultimate Falcon. Ultimate Falcon's unaffected, so you can't halve them.
Well, the effect for Borosword is actually that it gains the attack, and then if it does, the opponent's monster loses the attack. You don't have to target or anything. So the Borosword will well go to 4750, I think. And the Ultimate Falcon is left at 3,500, so you can still run over it, and it's just an interesting out.
Okay. You lose to Strix still.
Sorry?
You lose to Booster Strix still. Like I lost the Euros to Booster Strix.
Yeah, for sure.
I was sorry about that. So I go Sky Blast combo, make a Deco. Deco's like 4-1. I run over it, and he just reveals the Booster Strix, and I was like,
yeah. But I mean, how often does that actually come up?
I mean, it came up like
came
around
there.
2 euros.
That's fair. All right, cool. So yeah, I don't have any other comments I think I want to make on the extra deck. Is there anything in particular you wanted to add about that, or?
Like how tight it is.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like it depends. Like, see, the problem is with the deck is like there's only 3 flex slots in the extra, and that's the Cerberus, the Unicorn, and the Trisbania. But then, like, I still feel like all 3 are necessary.
Yeah.
And then the only thing you can like argue about is like the Omega. But if you're playing Gamma, you have to play it.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, like, I've seen some people using it as link materials, but you'd still rather have an Omega for it.
Yeah, you want to get off the board entirely. You don't want to make a Phoenix for them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think in that you said the Cerberus, Unicorn, and Trisbane are flex slots. I think it's like, I think these are just the best options, right?
Yeah. I don't see people playing much Unicorn, and they're playing like Topological. Which is
what, the bomber one? Or... Yeah.
Which is fair, but you can't out a Cerberus, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends. Like, I see people cut into 2 Suzuki, and I think that's entirely wrong. And then they only cut into 1 high 8, and I also think that's entirely wrong as well.
Yeah, I think Shizuku's like, it's one of the few cards that just gives you an extra card, right?
Yeah, you just need to play. You need to play it as a 3 off, and you need to play high 8 as a 2 off. I think you can't argue with that.
Yeah. Okay. Sure. All right. So let's move on to the side deck then. So I mean, you've covered most of this, but I think a couple of things I just wanted to ask about was the Shark Cannon and the MST, really. So why did you opt to play these over other potential options?
So the Shark Cannon is good against the mirror. So just hitting a ray, like it's basically your 4th copy of a Call by the Grave, except it doesn't hit you.
Yeah.
So it's really good in that scenario. It's really good against the BA deck that's floating around.
Oh yeah.
Except that doesn't really come up that often. It's good against pendulums. You sign against pendulums and hit the Dark Worm.
Oh, okay. That's pretty nice.
And even against just some other random stuff, it's good. As in terms of the MST, it's like a 4th copy of Heavy Storm Duster in effect.
Yeah.
So I don't want to play Twin Twister because it discards. Because I was finding that my hands were really awkward. I was playing 3 Twin Twister and I was opening I was seeing against Outer Guy, so there was opening 4 back row, so I'm only left with 1 card, so I'm still losing that game anyway.
Yeah. And it makes awkward situations kind of worse because sometimes you do something so I've seen a few scenarios where people have to play Twisters on their area 0 to get the game going.
Yeah.
And then it gets ashed or something.
Yeah, I'd rather just see an MST and just pop my own that way.
Yeah, definitely.
And even if I don't, it's just, it outs a floodgate, they flip a rivalry, I do it on that turn. But I don't mind waiting. Nothing in this game is going to kill you. Nothing that's playing anti-spell is going to kill you on that turn.
Yeah.
Unless you're a really spicy Goki player and you sign in, you main in them and it's going to out them.
Yep.
The only thing you hard lose to against the Goki is the Curious combo.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone who is named JY Sharif is not playing that, so.
Probably true.
No, playing against Nats in a winner mat, he was playing that, and I was like, right, staring down an order.
Yeah, that's pretty rough. I mean, it's so easy to just do that now, though.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, are there any changes that you think you'd make to the list?
Not really, until Need a Fireball comes out.
Yeah, that'll be the big change.
The deck gets the main deck looks a lot different because you have to play stuff like Glow Up Bulb. Then the extra gets a little revamp.
Yeah.
Other than that, not really. I think.
Okay.
With Soul Fusion coming out, there's a new Sky Striker spell which bounces extra cards.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I think that's a bit too far in the future to be saying what I'll change for now.
Yeah. But it has potential, right? It's something that could come in.
Yeah, I say all that changes per event is the TTs.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, you won't be surprising people anymore, so you gotta switch it out for something else.
Nah, I just mean it depends on the meta. For Euros and Nats, for Euros and Nats, I was playing Mind Crushers.
Oh yeah.
And that was when Trick Sky was huge. So you just call a Cantina and they just scoop the game up.
Yeah, pretty much.
But while Goki's running around rampant, I'm still going to be playing Torrential. They're not maining back row hate, so that TT is going to sit there for whenever you want to flip it.
I mean, they can. So they always make the Goblin first, right? Because they play 2 Goblin at the moment.
Yeah.
I mean, they can make the Phoenix first.
If they make the Phoenix first, they lose the game because they only play 1 Phoenix in the extra.
That's fair. I think that I'm pretty sure there's a combo where you can use it again, but it's just not as good.
You have to bounce it with a firewall, and then.
Oh yeah, that sucks.
then you're not using you're not getting back the resources that you're not getting the resources back that you actually want. So.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. All right. So, are there any shout-outs that you'd like to make?
To Big Orbit Cards. Big up the sponsors and the Click, especially Ben Chandler for giving me a lift.
Oh yeah, he's been on a few times.
Yeah, he's been on a few times.
Cool. Well, congratulations for getting first place. Really solid looking list. Good to know that you've got a firm understanding of this all the way in and out, and managed to prove your worth at that event. So good luck to you in the future, and hopefully we'll see you again.
Alright, thank you.
Thanks for watching this episode of Top Deck. If you have any comments or suggestions that you would like to make, leave them in the comment section down below. Check out the description for details of how you can get involved in this series. You can enter by voice interview, or instead you could just send all of your information over Facebook Messenger. Anything like that will be absolutely fine. If you want to see anything in particular from the upcoming series, then be sure to get in touch, and I'll see you guys in the next video.